शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 2 वल्ली 1 मंत्र 6। यः पूर्वं तपसो जातम् अद्भ्यः पूर्वमजायत गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तम् यो भूतेभिर्व्यपश्यत एतद्वै तत्। Shankaracharya introduces this mantra as well as the following mantra, following 2 mantras, that is 6, 7 and 8, as mantras that talk about sarvatmatva of Brahman, sarvatmatva of Atma, Atmanah sarvatmatvam. The Atma is Sarvatma, essence of everything, substance of everything. Therefore, everything is Brahman. Everything is Brahman. This understanding is Sarvatmatva. The understanding of Sarvatmatva. Mantra 6 and Mantra 7 talk about Hiranyagarbha and equate the Hiranyagarbha with the Brahman. Hiranyagarbha is Brahman. Why this has to be told? When everything is Brahman, even Hiranyagarbha is Brahman. In effect, This has been told already. एष सर्वेषु भूतेषु गूढ़ोत्मान प्रकाशते. So Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu Bhuteshu Gudha. So the Atma is the essence of all the beings, including Hiranyagarbha. It has been conveyed when you said Sarveshu Bhuteshu Gudha. But then why the Shruti is specifically talking about Hiranyagarbha and equating the Hiranyagarbha with the Brahman? The relevance of this mantra can be understood in two ways. When we look at the Vedic sadhanas, the sadhanas enjoined in the Shastra, in the Vedas, there are many upasanas. And most of these upasanas are dealing with the Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, the goal of the majority of the upasakas is to attain Hiranyagarbha. Majority of the upasakas want to attain the Hiranyagarbha. By means of various karma as well as upasana. And for such people, attaining Hiranyagarbha is the highest goal of life. They think if they get Hiranyagarbha, they will get absolute fulfillment. And it is true even today. In the Vedic context, we see the word Hiranyagarbha. In the modern days, where Agama and Purana are more prominent than the Vedic upasanas, in olden days, Vedic upasanas were more prominent. But in the modern days, we don't have Vedic upasanas. Hardly anyone performs the upasanas enjoined in the Veda. The Vedic upasanas are replaced by the upasanas given in Purana and Agama. For example, Sri Vidya Upasanam. Such upasanas are given in Agama and some in Purana also. Various forms of Devi upasanas and various other deities. What do they seek? In effect, even they are seeking Hiranyagarbha. Not all of them. Some of them really want to get Chitta Shuddhi and they want to get moksha. So they might be doing upasanam for the sake of Chitta Shuddhi and Jnana Prapti also. There is a minority of such people. But if you look at majority of the people, they are interested in getting some siddhi, getting material success. as a result of the upasanas. And getting siddhis, special powers, or completion of their wish, it is also attainment of Hiranyagarbha in some way. They want to get the power of Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is the repository of all siddhis, Animadi Ashtasiddhi, etc. They want to get access to the powers of Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, even such people are seeking Hiranyagarbha. Though they may not make use of the word Hiranyagarbha, in effect, even their goal is Hiranyagarbha. As long as they are not interested in moksha, as long as they are not interested in Chitta Shuddhi, their goal is Hiranyagarbha. Now the Shruti says that the happiness that you can seek from Hiranyagarbha, it is essentially the happiness of Brahman. A fraction of the happiness of Brahman. It is like Brahman Limited, LTD. This gentleman takes his son, 4-year-old son, to a cow shed where they milk the cows, and they also sell fresh milk right from cows. That kind of cow shed. The father and the son go. And then when they see the cow shed, there are many cows. The father says, "We will get milk from here." Generally, they were getting milk from packet milk. They used to buy packet milk. But now the father says, "Let us not go for packet milk. Let us buy milk right from the milkman. The milkman is milking the cow. We will get this milk. It will come cheaper also. 50% less cost. No middleman involved. And it is fresh also. Right from the cow." When the father tells this idea to the son says, "No, the cows are dirty. Can't you see the dung? We won't take milk from this milkman. We will buy only the packet milk, because the packets are so nice, so beautiful." The child does not know that the packet milk is also this cow's milk. In a diluted form, with some more water and other things added. dilute it, and put it in a packet. Then you have to pay more money, to twice, double the amount you have to pay. And you are getting limited milk, and that too impure in quality, diluted and contaminated in quality. But the child is attracted to the packet. The packet is nice, limited. Then they go from the cowshed, they go to the shop and buy the milk of the packet. This is aviveka. And the people also have this kind of aviveka. The happiness of Brahman is uncontaminated, undiluted, unlimited. But this person is seeking happiness from Brahman with an upadhi. Upadhi is a packet. Packet Brahman is Hiranyagarbha. And the happiness is going to be limited. To make that person understand even the happiness that you are seeking from Hiranyagarbha, it is nothing but a fraction of the happiness of the Brahman. Therefore, instead of seeking happiness in Hiranyagarbha, seek it in Brahman. To say this, the Shruti is telling the Hiranyagarbha is also Brahman, essentially. Therefore, if you have found Brahman, even Hiranyagarbha is included in that. Not just one Hiranyagarbha, any number of Hiranyagarbhas are included in that. This is one significance. To encourage a Hiranyagarbha Upasaka to seek the knowledge of Brahman. It is one idea, one significance of this mantra. Then there is another significance also. We are talking to a Vaidika. If he is a karmi, performing Vedic karmas, then he is attached to the Vedic fire, because he is the fire worshipper. A Vaidika, Grihastha, who performs Agnihotra, etc., he is always worshipping fire. Likewise, if he is an Upasaka, he is meditating on Hiranyagarbha and he is committed to Hiranyagarbha in the Vedic context. Coming to the present day context, where Purana and Agama are prominent, the person is attached to various deities. Somebody is attached to Shiva. He is a Shiva Bhakta. Somebody is attached to Krishna. Krishna Bhakta. Now you teach him Brahman. There is a Brahman and you are Brahman, everything is Brahman, you have to make him commit to Brahman. You have to make him own up Brahman. But then this bhakta, who is accustomed to a particular deity, he will ask this question: how can I leave my Krishna and accept Brahman? How can I leave my Rama and accept Brahman? There is an emotional clinging to a particular deity, and he is not ready to leave that emotional attachment to the particular deity and the particular form and accept Brahman. Then we are telling him, all deities that you are worshipping, all of them are nothing but Brahman. Whether you are worshipping Krishna or whether you are worshipping Rama or whether you are worshipping Shiva or whether you are worshipping Devi, who are you worshipping? They are all Brahman in various forms. Therefore, if you are understanding Brahman, if you are abiding in Brahman, you are not saying no to your particular Ishtadevata. You are not giving up your particular Ishtadevata. Instead, you are abiding in the true nature of your Ishtadevata alone. When this is said, the Upasaka, the Bhakta, can easily own up Brahman without having any sense of guilt, without having the guilt of giving up his Ishtadevata. That is why the Shruti is integrating all the Upasyas into Brahman. If you come to Vedanta and understand Brahman, it does not mean that you have given up your Ishtadevata. Instead, you are getting more closer to your Ishtadevata. You are getting more closer to your Upasya. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna calls a Jnani the greatest Bhakta. Tesham Jnani Nityayuktaha Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. So, the Shruti is integrating all Ishtadevatas into Brahman. For the sake of an Upasaka, that an Upasaka means a student who was an Upasaka earlier. Now he should be able to own up Brahman. And when he owns up Brahman, he should not have the problem of being not able to leave his Upasya. It is not leaving his Upasya and owning up Brahman. Instead, it is integrating his Upasya and seeing the truth of his Upasya as Brahman. Therefore, it is not an exclusion. Understanding Brahman Brahmajnana is not an exclusion of anything. Instead, it is a greater inclusion. Now, in our tradition, the deities are looked upon as both male and female, masculine and feminine. We have Shiva and Krishna, Rama, masculine. Then there are Devi Upasakas, feminine. Therefore, to facilitate both Deva Upasaka and Devi Upasaka, the Shruti talks about the Hiranyagarbha in both the genders. In verse 6, the Shruti uses masculine, and in verse 7, the Shruti uses feminine. We will see. Let us look into the Sambandha Bhashya. Yaha pratyagatma Ishvara bhavena nirdishtaha Saha sarvatma Ityetad darshayati Yaha pratyagatma. The Pratyagatma, who is Ishvara bhavena nirdishtaha, who is mentioned as Ishvara, Ishanam bhutabhavyasya. He is equated with Ishvara in the previous mantra. Saha sarvatma. He is Sarvatma. He is the Atma of everyone, including Hiranyagarbha, including all the Devatas. Ityetad darshayati. This is being shown in the following 3 mantras. We will see mantra 6. Mantra 6 is explaining Hiranyagarbha. Yaha Hiranyagarbha. Adbhyaha purvam ajayata. Adbhyaha is Panchami Vibhakti. Digyoge Panchami. Because there is purvam. Before. The Dik Shabda, Purvam. Purvam is a Dik Shabda. It is also used in the sense of before. Therefore, even in that sense, it is Digyoge Panchami. Adbhyaha Purvam, before water. Ajayata. He was born before water. Hiranyagarbha was born before water. Water stands for 5 elements, Panchabhutas. And the Panchabhutas should be understood as Sthula Panchabhutas. Before the Panchasthula Bhutas means before the manifestation of the gross universe, Hiranyagarbha is born. Hiranyagarbha is the Atma associated with the subtle Samashti Sukshma Sharira. Therefore, he is born before the Vyashti, the Samashti, Sthula. Therefore, Adbhyaha Purvam Ajayata. And then further description of Hiranyagarbha. Tam Purvam Tapasaha Jatam. Tam, that Hiranyagarbha. Purvam Tapasaha Jatam. Purvam, in the beginning of Srishti. Tapasaha Jatam. He is born because of the tapas of Ishvara. Ishvarasya tapasaha jatam. You have learnt in Mundakopanishad. Yas sarvajna sarvavit yasya jnanamayam tapaha tasmade tad brahmanama rupamannancha jayate. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. The tapas of Ishvara. And the tapas of Ishvara is not standing on one leg. Not that kind of tapas. Jnanamayam tapaha. Jnana itself is tapas. In some Shruti Vakya, you find tadaikshata bahusyam prajayeyeti. Tadaikshata, ikshanam, seeing, jnanam is the tapas. Because that is what Ishvara does before Srishti. Therefore, jnana is the tapas. And in some other Upanishad, you can also find that there is ichha. So kamayata. Akamayata. He did a kama, a desire came, let me have this srishti. Then he created. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeyeti. See, tadaikshata and so kamayata. From these two statements, you can understand that there was a jnana and there was ichha in Ishvara that was responsible for Srishti of the Jagat. Therefore, from the tapas, we should understand that jnana as well as ichha. That is why Shankaracharya will later say jnanadi lakshanam tapaha. Tapas consists of jnana, etc. Etc. involves ichha also. Tapasaha jatam. He was born of tapas. So first he did, Ishvara did tapas. And then he created Hiranyagarbha. Means Samashti Sukshma Prapancha. And the Samashti Sukshma Prapancha becomes the Upadhi of Hiranyagarbha. There is Atma associated with Samashti Sukshma Prapancha. Samashti Sukshma Prapancha Abhimani. It is Hiranyagarbha. So, Purvam Tapasaha Jatam. He was born of the tapas of Ishvara in the beginning of Srishti. And Bhutebhihi Saha. He is present with the Bhutas. Bhutebhihi Saha. The Hiranyagarbha is present with the Bhutas. Bhuta means Panchabhuta. And we should understand that whatever is made of Panchabhutas, Bhautika, what is it? Karya Karana. First of all, Sukshma Sharira, Samashti Sukshma Sharira. The Hiranyagarbha is identified with the Samashti Sukshma Sharira. Samashti Sukshma Sharira Abhimani. And then the Sukshma Sharira further identifies with the Sthula Sharira also. Therefore, Sthula Sharira also is included. Samashti Sthula Sharira or Sthula Prapancha. So, Hiranyagarbha is present with the Sukshma as well as Sthula Prapancha. He presides over the Sukshma Prapancha as well as the Sthula Prapancha. Indirectly. Therefore, Bhutebhihi Saha Tishthantam. He is present with the Bhutas, with the whole universe, which is made of 5 elements. In fact, the Hiranyagarbha pervades the whole universe as the one who presides over the whole universe. And he is present in our body also, because our Vyashti Sukshma Sharira is also a part of Hiranyagarbha's Upadhi. Therefore, Guham Pravishya Tishthantam. He is present in our Guha. He is present in our Buddhi, in our heart. There is Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, our individual Upadhi is not different from Hiranyagarbha. It is also a part of Hiranyagarbha's Upadhi. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha is there in us also. And he is enabling all our activities. The functioning of our Sukshma Sharira is possible because of the grace of Hiranyagarbha. If the Hiranyagarbha does not allow, our Sukshma Sharira will not function. It is like electricity. There is bulb and other things in the ashrama, in this room. And then there is an electricity board which is controlling the electricity all over this state, all over the state of Uttarakhand. And if you don't pay the electric bill, they can just plug off. Pull the plug. Then no connection. Any amount of electric equipment that you have will be of no use then, without the electricity board. The electricity board has to function properly. And the electricity board pervades all our individual consumers. Likewise, the function of Hiranyagarbha, the presence and function of Hiranyagarbha is there in all our minds. And it is making all the functions of our Sukshma Sharira possible. Therefore, Guham Pravishya Tishthantam, he is present in our Buddhi Guha. Yaha Vyapashyata, one who saw, means one who sees. Chandasi Kalaniyamat, Vyapashyata means Vipashyati, Visheshena Pashyati. Means one who meditates on that Hiranyagarbha. Saha etat tad brahma vai pashyati. Saha, he, the upasaka. Etat tat. Etat means which is under discussion in this valli. And tat means which was discussed in the previous chapter. Brahma eva, Brahma vai. Vai means eva, Brahman alone. Pashyati, Pashyati means he sees, he meditates on. Meaning that Hiranyagarbha is not different from Brahman. See the Bhashya. Yaha kaschit mumukshuhu purvam tapasah prathamam tapasah jnanadi lakshanat brahmanah ityetat jatam utpannam Hiranyagarbham Kimapekshya Purvam Ityaha Adbhyaha Purvam Apsahitebhyaha Panchabhutebhyaha Na Kevalabhyaha Adbhyaha Ityabhiprayaha Ajayata Utpannaha Yaha Tam Prathamajam Devadi Shariranyutpadya Sarva Prani Guham Hridayakasham Pravishya Tishthantam Shabdadin Upalabhamanam Bhutebhihi Bhutaihi Karyakarana Lakshanaihi Saha Tishthantam Yo Vyapashyata Yaha Pashyati Ityetat Yaha evam pashyati Saha etadeva pashyati Yattat Prakritam Brahma Yaha kaschit mumukshuhu Yaha kaschit any mumukshuhu, a mumukshu. Purvam is equal to prathamam, in the beginning. Tapasaha, tapasaha is equal to jnanadi lakshanat tapasaha. Tapas, which consists of jnana, etc. Jnanadi means jnana and ichha. Brahman does not do any other tapas. There is no effort involved in the process of Srishti. There is only jnana and ichcha. Therefore, jnanadi lakshanat tapasaha ityetat. So, jnanadi lakshanat tapasaha. Tapas of who? Brahmanaha ityetat. Tapas of Brahman. Ishwar. Jatam is utpannam, born. And who was born? Hiranyagarbham. Hiranyagarbha, who was born because of the tapas of Brahman. Kimapeksha purvam ityaha. And purvam with respect to what? Purvam tapaso jatam is mentioned. And the purvam with respect to what? Kim apeksha purvam ityaha. It is said, adbhyaha purvam, before water, ap shabda, nitya bahuvachananta, that is why adbhyaha, panchami bahuvachanam. And Bhashyakara says, we should not take only water, we should also take other elements. Apsahitebhyaha panchabhutebhyaha purvam. Before the Panchabhutas which include water. Water is one of the 5 elements. Therefore, apsahitebhyaha panchabhutebhyaha purvam. Na kevalabhyaha adbhyaha ityabhiprayaha. Not just water. Ityabhiprayaha. This is the intention, the intended meaning of Shruti when it says adbhyaha purvam. Ajayata is equal to utpannaha, born, firstborn. Yahatam prathamajam. Therefore he is called Prathamaja. Since he was born purvam, before the origin of the gross universe, in the beginning of Srishti, before any other upadhi is born, Hiranyagarbha upadhi is born. Our bodies came much later. The first-born body is that of Hiranyagarbhas. See, when our body is born, we say we are born. Likewise, when Hiranyagarbha's upadhi is born, we say Hiranyagarbha is born. And Hiranyagarbha upadhi is the first one to take birth in the process of creation. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha is called Prathamajam, Prathamajaha. And later on, after his upadhi came, he produces other upadhis. From the Hiranyagarbha upadhi, other upadhis come. It is like a first father comes, then the sons come from the father and mother, from the parents. So Hiranyagarbha is like the first forefather. From the Hiranyagarbha upadhi, other upadhis come. Devadi sharirani utpadya. He creates Devadi shariras, the body of Devata, etc. Deva, Manushya, everything. All other bodies came from Hiranyagarbha's body. Sarva prani guham hridayakasham pravishya tishthantam. And after producing other upadhis, He goes inside them. Sarvaprani guham hridayakasham pravishya. He enters the hridayakasha, the space in the heart, because that is where the main office of the Sukshma Sharira is. Hridayakasham pravishya. And in Hridayakasha there is Sarva Prani Guha, the buddhi of every individual, means the Vyashti Sukshma Sharira. And Hiranyagarbha is present in that. Pravishya Tishthantam, he is present in everyone. Shabdadin Upalabhamanam, and he is perceiving Shabda, etc. Shabdadin Upalabhamanam, the perception of Shabda, etc. The perception of all the sense objects is happening because of Hiranyagarbha. Bhutebhihi is equal to Bhutaihi. See, in Pullinga or Napumsakalinga, Tritiya Bahuvachanam, Bhis is replaced by Ais. Ato Bhisa Ais. But that rule is optional in Veda. Bahulam Chandasi. That is why Bhutebhihi. The regular form is Bhutaihi, Laukika form. But in Veda, it can be either Bhutebhihi or Bhutaihi. Like Karnebhihi, Bhadrang Karnebhishtranuyama Deva. Bhutebhihi is equal to Bhutaihi. All the elements. And what are the bhutas? Karyakarana lakshanaihi. Here bhuta stands for the upadhis. Upadhis are karyakarana lakshanaihi. Bhuta stands for upadhi. What are the upadhi? Karya and karana. Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. Karya stands for Sthula Sharira. Karana stands for Sukshma Sharira. Karya Karana Lakshanaihi Sahatishtantam. He is present with the Upadhi. He is present in and through each Upadhi. Yo Vyapashyata, one who sees the Hiranyagarbha, the true nature of Hiranyagarbha. One who is aware of the true nature of Hiranyagarbha. Here, Bhashyakara does not take it as an upasaka. He is a jnani himself. Being a mumukshu, he tries to understand the true nature of Hiranyagarbha. That kind of a person. An upasaka does not know that. An upasaka is just meditating on Hiranyagarbha as though Hiranyagarbha is the ultimate. But a jnani sees the truth of Hiranyagarbha. Yaha vyapashyata means one who is aware of the truth of Hiranyagarbha. What does he know as the truth of Hiranyagarbha? Saha etadeva pashyati. He sees Brahman alone. Yaha vyapashyata is equal to yaha pashyati ityetat. Vyapashyata should be understood as pashyati, because there is no kala niyama in Chandas, in the Veda. Therefore, the past tense should be converted into the future tense, present tense. Yaha evam pashyati, one who sees thus the truth of Hiranyagarbha. Saha etadeva pashyati, he sees this Brahman alone. What is that? Yat tat prakritam Brahma, which is prakritam Brahma, the Brahman which is under discussion. So one who knows the truth of Hiranyagarbha is aware of Hiranyagarbha as Brahman alone. He knows that the truth of Hiranyagarbha is nothing but Brahman. He does not recognize Hiranyagarbha as a separate entity. Instead, he knows that Hiranyagarbha is also essentially Brahman, a jnani. So the idea is Hiranyagarbha is essentially Brahman. Brahman being the essence of everything, even Hiranyagarbha is Brahman. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.